What's going on, guys? This is Danny from Slow Restoration, and today on the lift we have an Infiniti G35S. It's actually kind of a cool little car. Didn't know a whole lot about these until I got it in. This is loosely based off the 350Z. It's got the same motor and trans and probably the rear differential and stuff. It's just stretched. It's a four-door sedan, so it's a cool car. And kind of a typical Nissan problem is these heat shields. They rot away, as you can see, and they just make tons of noise. They rattle everywhere. So we're going to address that too. And I think the customer actually wants to build a complete stainless exhaust system. He was looking at cat back systems for these, and they're super expensive. So I think I'm going to get kind of the same kit we use on the LS Extreme. We're going to do 2 1/4 inch on this and come off the cats here and just build X-pipe, just build a custom 2 1/4 inch exhaust system for this. So it should be a fun little project too. As far as these heat shields go, they're just, obviously they're rotted out and there's nothing left to hook to anymore. So we're just going to get rid of them. They're a heat shield for the cat, and yeah, technically you're probably supposed to have it on there, but there is other heat shields on the body to protect that. So as far as I'm concerned, these don't need to be here. And definitely when you put an aftermarket cat back exhaust system on it, they don't have all these heat shields. So obviously they didn't think you needed them either. So we'll get these pulled off and get rid of all that rattling that goes on. And with a little pry bar action, we're able to get these heat shields pulled down out of here. Just be careful you don't dent or break anything that is needed. So, but you can really see how rusty these things are. They just rattle and make all kinds of noise. There's no repairing them. When they get in this shape, the only thing left to do is just remove them. So we got these heat shields off. The next thing we're going to do, or next thing we did rather, is bend the heat shields back here, and we took a nice cut here. This is where we're going to start the beginning of our aftermarket custom exhaust. That way, if he ever needs to change his cat, he still has that factory flange. So we have that side cut and that side cut. We're going to go back, remove this bolt-on cross member. We already loosened up, slipped the rubber mounts off here, this one, and this one. All we have left hanging on it now is one here and one here. And these actually unbolt, so we might see if they just unbolt and then we can slip them off. And there we have the old system down and out. We did not unbolt them. We ended up just slipping them out, but they slipped out easy. Now this system does have some weight on it, so if you're taking it off by yourself, be prepared for it to be fairly heavy. You can see how big these mufflers are. They're pretty solid, and they actually have little counterweights on there for vibration. So if you own a 2008 Infiniti G35S and ever wondered what it would sound like without an exhaust, well, today's your lucky day. Let's fire this thing up. Since there is no exhaust on it, just the cats and then open, there's a lot of drone on the inside, so I wouldn't recommend driving it like this. Doesn't sound bad though. We got our system all laid out here. This is straight out of the box, just kind of pieced together what I think is going to work for the car. The hardest part about getting this thing started is getting your set point. So we're using this X pipe as our set point. We need to get it flat, we need to get it level as far as this way, and centered in the vehicle. And especially when you only have two hands and you're trying to tack weld also. Good thing we have the pole jack so we can set that, but holding these two pieces up here and getting them connected and getting a tack on them is pretty difficult. Once we get that, then it'll stay in place, and then I can work on this side and then move from there back. Be much easier. All right, we got that first pipe tacked on there. I'm trying to show you how you have to sight it up. It seems to be nice and flat and true. Some angles you look at, it can throw you off because that pipe shoots in and over. It can look like it's going uphill, but overall I think we're good shape there. So we'll get this second side. Got both sides positioned, tacked up. Now obviously we dropped it down out of the car. We'll go ahead and weld these four joints up solid, and then we'll start working from there back and probably weld these kind of last, just so we have access to all these welds as we go. Got our intermediate pipes on, or mid pipes, whatever you want to call them. We got them hanging, some nice stout hangers. So this system is actually supporting itself now, off the cats back here to the first hangers. We got another set here and a final set back here at the very tip. The customer did consider not running mufflers at all and just straight piping it. So I told him I'd build it back to kind of the rear axle, start it up, see how it sounds, and we'll kind of go from there. I have a feeling it's going to sound better with mufflers, but let's fire it up and see what it sounds like. Got a little sound to it. Pipe pretty good back here. That sounds really, really good, but I think it's just going to be too loud. This is going to be his daily driver. All right, this side finished up. Got the muffler welded on with our little connector piece. Got the hanger welded on. This hanger was done before, and we got our tip. We actually reused the factory tips. We'll clean them up a little bit, but that's what he wanted. I think they look good. We'll finish squaring that up. We have it tacked loosely. We can still move it around a little bit, so we'll drop that down. The best way to do the tips is to drop it down and get eye level. You can eye it up all you want when it's up on the lift and you're looking up, but until you get it down and get it close to ride height, it may not be exactly the way you want it. Get down on ride height, kind of get down and look, stand back a little bit, and it's actually looking pretty good. I think I'm happy with that. We'll go ahead and weld this side up, get the other side mocked up, and then we'll have to drop it down slightly to get the top of the pipes, the weld on the top of the pipes on some of those connections. As you can see, we have both sides together now, tip welded on, and we pulled the bolts out of the hangers. Use the pole jack to drop this down. Now we can get around the tops and get the very tops of each pipe welded up. Got it all finished up. Hangers trimmed off, all the welds buttoned up. It's looking good. And the only thing left to do is start it up and listen to it. Give it a couple revs. That's it, job completed. Sounds good on idle. It's got a nice rumble as you accelerate. Anxious to see how it sounds going down the road. But we took and cleaned all the welds up, sprayed them down so nothing looks funny from the back. As you can see, we use our stock flange, so if he ever needs to go back into the system, it's still removable. Looks good. We got a couple more things to do to this car, but that's going to do it for today. If you need an exhaust done, you know who to contact. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.